in time out for different reasons. Okay, got it. Hi, guys. Hey, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Coming on here real briefly to say hey, show my face, and I feel better than I look. I just took a shower, washed my face, all that kind of stuff, and so I might look like a little tired, and I am a little tired, but that's okay. But I feel pretty good. So, hey, Felicia, how are you? I hope you're doing well, girl. I didn't know if anybody was going to join me. It's been so long since I've been on here and I haven't been uploading content. So, I'm so honored that you decided to tune in and say, hey, girl, I'm hanging in there. I am hanging in there. I'm feeling feeling a bit well today. I have a treatment later this week, and so I'm happy about that. I do treatments like every how often do I do treatments? I ain't putting no filter on here. I have all of these alerts up here, and I'm not going to put a filter on. What you see is what you get. But let's see. Hey, how are you? Girl, I am so glad to be here. Glad to be seen. And it's good to see you here. Thank you so much for joining me. I was like, I've been changing up I've been changing up things with my hair and of course been going through the health stuff, and I was like, I want to come on here and just, chat a little bit, and then, just do my hair, cuz what are we all doing at this time of night? Probably doing our hair. So that's what I wanted to come on and share with you guys. I don't want to be one of those people who's like always chit chatting and not kind of like getting to what I need to get to. I'm so sorry, but I haven't done a live in so long. I'm kind of looking at all of these options that are popping up on the screen. But I'm doing well. I have not had an attack in a while. I'll talk a little bit about that, but the point of this is to like get my hair done. I know I'm going to have a limited amount of energy. And so what I wanted to do was come on, say hi to you guys, show you like the current state of my hair, because I do want to do more content. It's just about finding the energy, finding the time. I probably will be doing more lives because I don't have to edit live videos. And so that's always a big benefit to me because I can still connect with you all. And still talk about the things that we all want to talk about. But I don't have to do like the back end work of editing videos. I will edit some videos, but hey, Almond Brown. Girl, I rarely do lives. I feel like, I don't know if this is my ministry, but I guess the more I do it, maybe the better I'll get. This is one of very few lives I have ever done. The spirit just hit me because I wanted to actually record a video for you guys of my new nighttime time routine, hair washing routine, and some of the new products that I've been using because, oh my gosh, Elucence Moisture Balance Conditioner, they no longer have it. So I've been, trying new leave-in conditioners and new product lines. And so, yeah, I was like, let me come on here and share with you guys what I have been using. All right, so like I said, am doing better. I'm going to go through the process of doing my hair, and we'll kind of talk about what's been going on with me, if that's okay. If that's okay, please hit the like button so that I have a little bit of encouragement in doing these lives. And I came out here plain face. Lord, I didn't even put my good face on. No, just kidding. Y'all know that's what my daughter says. I gotta put my face on. Like, girl, how old are you? Anyway, Anyway, so I've been using this product called Ouai, or it's a product line called Ouai, and I just tried the whole thing. This is the leave-in conditioner, and this is the curl cream I've been using, and I already washed my hair. Oh, thank you, Felicia. Oh, thank you, Almond. Y'all, see, this is what I be missing. Y'all, going through this journey is any health journey. It is so difficult. It's so isolating. It is a very I don't want to say lonely experience because there are people who are around me who give me a great deal of support, but it's like, oh God, here we go. One of the things that, like, every day I, do my hair, I do my makeup. The reason I do it is partially for me, it's a form of self care and something that I enjoy doing, right? But it's also like trauma related because when my mom was sick, she looked so drastically different. When my grandma passed, she did not even, she didn't even look like herself when, when we had her funeral. But I more so remember my mother, just the transformation of kind of like how she looked. And I never wanted my daughter to have that experience of like walking into the hospital or, coming by and I just looked like death rolled over. For lack of a better way of stating it, I just never wanted her to have that experience because I had that experience and it was just so traumatizing. And so I put that effort in, not only for myself, but just because I don't want my dad or my daughter or my friends to have that be, if it's in my control, to have that be a memory of them, of me, or their last memory of me. Hold on, because I missed a chat message. Okay. I understand fully with my chronic migraines. I've had several surgeries over the years trying to relieve my migraines. It's lonely, even with family and people around. Yes, Felicia, you get it. And I get it. Yes, it was like that with my mom and grandma too. Yeah, it's tough. And my daughter is an only child, and I am an only child, and I worry about that because it's like when people, why are we talking about this? But this ain't why I'm here. But apparently it is why I'm here in this moment. God is in the midst of all things. But I will say that I don't want my daughter, to have that memory. And when you are, especially if you're an only child, or if you're a spouse, or you are that, singular individual going through a loss, it's like other people feel that loss, but they don't feel that loss like you feel that loss. And being an only child, it's not like she has a sibling that's maybe kind of going through the same thing that can walk through with her. I didn't have that. And so, again, I just, I want to cause as little trauma as possible in the midst of a very traumatic, life changing experience, if that makes sense. So, let me make sure I didn't miss any messages. Oh, I see how I can get to it. Because it's life and we need it at this. Okay, girl. Yes. So yeah, I try to take care of myself. I enjoy doing my hair. I've always enjoyed doing my hair. And so I am so glad that, I have the energy to do it. And I'm able to come on here now and, knock out two birds with one stone, as they say. What did you say, Almond? Yes, it does. Yes, yes. Thank you guys for understanding. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Miss. I'm glad that you understand. You know, sometimes you talk about stuff and it makes perfect sense to you, but it's like, can other people relate? Are there other people out there going through the same experience? Hurting in the same ways, or maybe on the other side of it, like you're caring for someone who's going through a specific situation, like caregivers. Man, I have to hats off to caregivers because they go through it. I mean, they go through it. And it becomes a situation where yep, I'm doing well, thank you. But with caregivers, it could be a really challenging situation because, you know, you in some cases may feel like you are helpless to help the person you really care about who's going through a very challenging situation. But then it's like you're always on, right? And you're always trying to you feel like you don't get any rest. So it's like you're almost going through whatever the health issue is with your loved one. I took care of my mom after a massive stroke. Yes, it's not easy, Almond. Oh, God bless you. I know that that was very challenging. Very challenging. Yeah, so like hats off because that is a labor of love. And again, it's almost like you're going through that illness kind of with them. And one thing I'll say again, because I have a daughter who has been with me like from since the beginning of this. I'm having to add water to my hair because I'm talking so much, my hair is dry. Anyway, but just talking about it with her, it's like there have been moments like where I've had episodes and I've thought like, do I want to go to the hospital, or do I want to put it off because I had a episode the day before her birthday. I didn't want to ruin her birthday. I didn't want her specific memory to be of me being sick, having to be in the ER, going through the process, and then ruining her a whole birthday, y'all. And I had to tell her, I was like, I'm really struggling right now because I don't know. I think I need to go to the hospital, but I don't know if I should go because I say, I don't want to ruin your whole like day. And of course, it sounds crazy because obviously your loved one wants you to be around. Your husband, your boyfriend, your parents, they want you to be around. So of course they wouldn't care if, their birthday was, ruined. Hopefully they wouldn't. But it's challenging the whole way around. It is incredibly challenging. So, yeah, so I try to continue to take care of myself. I love these products because with my autoimmune disease, so if you're new here, I have an issue of disease. People even struggle with the word, it's an illness, it's not a disease, it's a condition. Look, it's, it's an issue. Whatever you want to call it, it's a condition or it's a disease called neuromyelitis optica, and it is a situation essentially where my body is attacking itself. So it attacks my central nerve along my spinal cord, and for some people, it attacks their brain stem as well. It also can attack our optic nerves, and some people get lesions on their brain as well. So when you have attacks or injury, it's doing damage and it's causing lesions. Lesions are a result of damage and inflammation. They are damaged cells. So it causes damage to your spinal cord, and that's called lesions. I didn't know that that's what it was called like for a long time. So going through this process, it's like, you have some doctors who use very technical terms. And, even I was like 2 years in and I was like, I have a lesion because, I was always told, it's called a spot, or it's called, it was inflammation, or it was damage on your spinal cord that, caught you, so on and so forth. So it's like all of this technical verbiage used, and it's very intimidating. But yeah, so I was a person, am a person who eats pretty healthily. So, a lot of times people will be like, let me tell y'all what I'm doing. Okay, I sprayed in the leave-in conditioner. I'm gonna put links once this goes live. I'll put links to everything because I'm not doing a very good job of talking about these products. But I will say this: one of the things that attracted me to these products is the fact that it has keratin. That's what I started to say. It has keratin in it, and when I going through this illness, what happened to me, and what happens to a lot of people, is that because the damage is being done to your body, or to your spinal cord, it's not just regular. It doesn't just reside there. It permeates throughout your body. So like I had very damaged hair. My hair was falling out. It was breaking off. I have videos on my channel here where I show you guys how, like I had like balding almost, and it was just that my hair had was thinning so badly and shedding so badly. And so I've been just really working on pampering my hair and taking care of it, and using ingredients on my hair that will allow it to be fortified and strengthened. So one of the things is like supplements, like B12 has been really good with my hair because I have fine hair anyway. But I noticed a difference when I started, taking B12. I have to take that as a part of my treatment anyway, along with medicines. But they're like, let's use natural supplements as well. So one of the benefits of B12 is that it does help you like with hair retention. As that's cosmetic, but we want to be cute too. So it helps with that. But the keratin is really good as well because it is a protein that strengthens your hair. So when I saw this line, and I had been looking for a line that had keratin in many of the products, so I didn't have to do it as like a special treatment, I was really attracted to this. So just to go back, I washed my hair. They have shampoos and conditioners that are formulated for, I think, fine, medium, and thick hair. I opted to get the medium one because even though I have fine hair, I feel like the density is medium, and then they are, taking into consideration, Caucasian hair, and I felt like their hair is probably what they can, consider fine, right? Yes, and keratin is going to be like a lifesaver. And it'll seem like it's helping your hair to grow, but what I find is that it helps with length retention. So, yeah, this is my like new line. I'm going to be using some other products from the line for the fall because it's very the winters are very brutal here. So I really have to up my moisture retention and stuff like that. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, keratin is the bomb, and everything in their line has keratin formulated in it. So I use um, the the shampoo, which is super creamy. It's a little bit expensive, but you only need a little bit of the product anyway. So like you could probably see, I've only used this much, and I've had it for about 2 months. So you don't need a lot. And then I also got the medium conditioner, which has a lot of slip in it. I really like this product. And everything smells like I'm in a spa. So that's another aspect of like the self care for me. It's like, I can't go to a spa all the time. Or, yeah, girl, pick it up and let me know, your thoughts on it. I think you're going to like it. I really, really do. I don't recommend stuff on, my platform that I don't think that you'll really like and that doesn't have good results, for me because, you know, I'll switch it up in a minute and try if it's not working for me and try a new product. I don't have time for stuff that's going to make my scalp itch and cause, product buildup on my scalp, or I just don't have time for that. But I think you will really like it. But another thing that I like about it is that these products, they smell so good. So like, yes, I want to try their body care. Yes, they have like a whole, but let me tell you, this isn't like Bath and Body Works, three for $11. So I had to start off with the hair, and then I'll go with the body care. Oh yes, this will be like a good thing for you to use after you've come out of a protective style. Like before you go into a protective style, I always recommend doing a protein treatment on the hair, to kind of like strengthen it going into your protective style, and then when you come out of a protective style, doing the same thing. So yeah, we got to take baby steps because this is not like I said, a three for $11. Yes. Yes, but it's so worth it. And like I said, I'm not even using a lot of the product. This one, like I bought all of these at the same time. And like I said, I've had it for about 2 months. So my dermatologist put me on something minoxidil, minoxidil tablets, and it works. 35-year-old stage for breast cancer thriver here. Yes, survivor, warrior woman, Miss Susie Q. All right. I have no estrogen. Take chemical. Okay, okay. Wow. Okay. That's a good option to look into, especially if you're dealing with health issues, talking to your doctor about other things that may help. As well as, looking at products. You have to do what works for you. Congratulations to you, Susie, for your battle against breast cancer. I wish you and pray you continued health. And, my mom was a breast cancer survivor as well. But yeah, that is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Love it. See, I love to hear success stories like that. We all need that because you never know what someone is going through. One of my good friends, I need to call her. I grew up with her. She is now, I think she's stage 4 breast cancer, going through treatments right now. And so I can tell her, hey, stay encouraged because you can come out on the other side. Like, my mom had cancer twice. So initially it was breast cancer. My aunt is a breast cancer survivor. She had 2 episodes of breast cancer. So, look, Susie is a walking, talking blessing, example, warrior, and so I love that. And isn't this Breast Cancer Awareness Month also? I've been seeing a lot of stuff about that, and I just haven't been on my P's and Q's to do something. Special post on my IG. I'm on the tickety talk now, y'all. So I do stuff there. But, I try to get awareness out about neuromyelitis optica because, oh, thank you, Almond. Okay, so it is. I'm going to have to carve out some time to do some sort of acknowledgement, share some information about breast cancer prevention. I need to go have my mammogram. I hope everybody here has gone to get theirs this year or is planning to do so. But as you saw, I spray this on my hand rather than spraying the leave-in conditioner. This was a leave-in conditioner on my directly on my hair because I like to know exactly how much product I'm putting on and where I'm putting it. So that's why I choose to put the product on that way. And then I just pull it through like that and let it kind of clump together. I'll go through like sections like this, making sure mostly that I'm getting it on the ends so my ends are nice and protected. So I just do a variety of different motions. I do praying hands, I rake it through, child. I do the individual, like individual sections. I'll sometimes, just depending, like, what my hair is doing, because my hair pattern has changed since I've been going through all of this. So different parts of my hair require me to do different, treat it differently when I'm applying products. Some areas I have to apply more product than others. Some products, some require that the leave-in conditioner to be the same amount as I used before, but other sections of my hair I might have to add, a little bit more of the styler. So I hope you guys can see kind of what those curls look like. You might be able to see a little bit better on this side because the lighting is a little better on this. I have to get this together. Now let me see. I think I missed some comments. Love the robe you have on. Very pretty. Thank you, Felicia. Girl, I got this off of Amazon. Amazon has become my friend because I can't get out like I used to before. So, girl, I'm an Amazon Prime queen. My doctor just scheduled mine today. Oh, good, Almond. That's good. That's good. I had an appointment with my why we family. I had an appointment with my gynecologist earlier this year, and I was talking to her about the fact that my grandmother had cancer. She had cervical cancer. She passed away when she was 43. My aunt, as I mentioned, had breast cancer. She had it twice, and she had cervical cancer. Her daughter had cancer in a couple of areas. And unfortunately, she passed away at like 52. That's how old I am now. And my mom had breast cancer when she was 47, I want to say. No, 46. And then she developed bone cancer and she passed away at 49. And so I was talking to her about the family history, of breast cancer and of, cancer, in general. And so she was saying that she thought it would be a good idea to have that DNA testing where, they can, is it called DNA testing? Y'all help me if you know what I'm talking about. But they have that testing where, they, I guess, take your blood or what have you, and then they're able to assess your risk for certain types of cancer as a preventative measure. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm going to pull it maybe when I do another video, or maybe I'll do a post about it. But she recommended that that I do that, and that my daughter also do it. It's called genetic testing. Yes, yeah, yep, yep. You got it. That's it. Thank you, everyone. This is way too common. Yes, there are certain types of, yeah. Yes, there are, and you are quite welcome, my dear. We are always going to be cheering Survivor's on. I can't remember the name, but I know. Yes, so I am going to pull it, and maybe I'll post it, because I think that as women, and unfortunately, as a woman of color, I'm all too familiar with the fact that the numbers of fatalities around breast cancer and cancers in general, it's higher for our demographic. And so it really is important that we keep these conversations going, and that we encourage one another to go to the doctor, to make these appointments and keep them. Make the appointment and keep the appointment, and and follow up. It don't let fear keep you from taking care of yourself and addressing something that could 100% be treated and you have a positive result. So that's really important. With neuromyelitis optica, I've become an advocate around it, and so on my Instagram, you'll see like posts that I make specifically for neuromyelitis optica. It is a disease that impacts people of color, Black people, and Asian people primarily. But there are lots of folks, again, across the board that that have the disease, but it primarily is seen in Asian and African American individuals. And unfortunately, it's usually not diagnosed until too late. That means like until it is debilitating, or you die, because you can die from NMO. So it's really important to get diagnosed early, and it's really important to get proper treatment. And like earlier, I was talking about some of the terminology, and there needs to be more awareness. Yes, I haven't heard of it talked much about. And one of the challenges that we're finding is that it is often misdiagnosed for MS. And the reason for that is because both diseases cause something called transverse myelitis. So when you have an attack on your spinal cord, it causes paralysis on some level and diminished sensation. So you don't feel certain things, like, for instance, imagine the way your legs feel when you wear super thick tights, right? Opposed to when you don't have anything on your skin. So that's diminished sensation. So it will cause that to a degree of per, of just a slight loss of sensation, all the way up to being completely paralyzed. A lot of people are completely paralyzed and wheelchair bound, and you know, so forth. And so a lot of times, because of that, it's misdiagnosed for MS. And then people don't get the right treatment. They have another attack because it's very aggressive. So, like, you can become completely paralyzed from one attack. I have had 4 attacks. I've had to learn to walk again 4 times at this point. I know, isn't it crazy, Susie? Let me tell you what happened. Most doctors don't know what it is. I had my first attack in 2018, and I wasn't properly diagnosed a year and a half till a year and a half later. And at that point, I think I had had my third attack. I don't know if I've had 4 or 5 attacks, but yeah, I wasn't. I try almond. I try to be a warrior, because what's the alternative, girl? um, but but yeah, I wasn't properly diagnosed for a year and a half later. So you have like chronic pain. You can't, because of the nerve damage, you can't walk. You have chronic fatigue. It's it's all kind of crazy stuff. And by the grace of God, I made it through a number of attacks, and I finally connected with a neurologist, or was seen by a neurologist. Um, hey, Latrice, I haven't seen you in a long time, girl. Hey, it's so good to see you. Oh, I hope you've been doing well. Oh, you are such a blessing. Yes, testimony after testimony, girl. We all fighters up in here. But yeah, I went to the emergency room after my neurologist told me nothing was wrong with me. See, this is the issue we have. And I'm not just talking about NMO. Hey, Nicole. Girl, I'm happy to be caught live, child. No, but I'm happy to see you. And I've been following your vlogs. Y'all, check out Nicole's vlogs. They are so awesome. And it's so fun to watch her and her Bob. um, but yeah, the neurologist told me nothing was wrong with me. This is the attack I had that was close to my daughter's birthday. And he said, I just saw your MRIs like a month ago and they were fine. And I said, well, isn't it possible that something has changed between, now and then? And he's like, there's nothing wrong with you. So anyway, I took myself to the emergency room. Well, my daughter and I went to the emergency room. Thank you, Latrice. You're beautiful. You're yourself, ma'am. Just so beautiful, and it physically and in spirit. I love to see your messages. So thank you so much for your support, sweetie. Um, but I went there and turned out, yep, I was having another attack. And so I told them that I did not want to see that neurologist. Um, he better not come down there to treat me. I and I told them what happened. And so I ended up being connected with a different neurologist who had seen a neuromyelitis optica before. He actually had three other patients that had neuromyelitis optica. And he knew what it was right off the bat. He suspected it, but then, he treated me while I was, in the hospital, because you have to be there for at least a week to have a steroid treatment to stop the attack. And so during that time, he did some other assessments, and it was then I was properly diagnosed with NMO and was able to get on a preventive. The preventive helps to prevent further attacks. So, yeah, I mean, it's such a challenge. Advocacy is so important. Sharing our stories is so important because you don't know what you don't know, number one. A lot of times we think that because we have a healthcare provider, they know more than we do. And if they say that this is, what it is, then we don't go a lot of times any further than that, because you're always already, number one, in a very vulnerable place because you're unwell. Number two, you're not a medical professional. And number three, we're not really taught how to navigate those systems. So advocacy is important, because when you hear other people's stories and we're able to share with one another our unique journeys and what it took, to get on a path to wellness, or just hearing about different treatments, or just learning about different disorders, because it may answer some questions that you've had about stuff going on with you, or a family member, or a friend, or whomever. That helps us all to be, just a healthier community and have better health outcomes. So, and a lot of times, sadly, I mean, I, I'm not uh, saying anything that hasn't been studied and, hasn't been put out for the public and for healthcare providers to know, but there is a bias against, some patients. The mortality rate for women, black women who are giving birth is higher, right? Sometimes people aren't listened to, or you assume, oh, it's just probably MS, or it's probably just diabetes because black people have, a high rate of diabetes. It's easy to attribute it to something else without actually doing the testing and the research to back up that diagnosis. And it is difficult as a sick person to push your healthcare provider to do what should be done. And one of the things that really helped me, and I don't know why I'm sharing this, but God must have meant for it to be shared, was when I had my second attack. Well, after my first attack, I had a primary care physician who told me I no longer needed to be under the care of a neurologist. And I was like, that don't sound right because I still can't walk. I still can't walk. What are you talking about? And so I happened to have another attack like 5 months later. And that primary care physician was not in. I ended up connecting with a black, and this is why representation matters. I mean, sometimes people will say, oh, you always bring it up, it's about color, but it matters, because in my situation, I happened to see a black primary care physician who saw that I had had another attack, and he was livid when he found out my primary care physician told me I didn't need to be under the care of a neurologist. And he said, and he helped me put things into perspective. He said, these people work for you. These are your doctors. And he, verbatim, he said, if he's not, you need to go in there with questions about your treatment plan. And if, thank you, Latrice. You have to have a good disposition and mindset when you're navigating life's challenges, right? It makes things, just more pleasant, So all of that matters. But so thank you for saying that. But he said, they work for you. So you need to go in there. You need to have questions about your treatment plan. And if you're not getting answers, if they don't have answers, fire his ass. That's what he said. And I was like, I can't fire him. They do work for me. I didn't think of it that way because as a patient, we're not really taught to think like that, I guess. I don't know. But in any event, he was he was extremely helpful. And he did tell me another thing is that, it's really important to have a primary care physician who will keep all the other doctors in check. So, he said, I'm going to be checking your chart. I'm going to let them see that I'm checking your progress, and I'll be checking in like with them because when they know other people are looking, then they're more likely to be on their P's and Q's. And some of it isn't about folks being lax or not kind of doing their jobs. The reality is that people are inundated. And like with many things in life, you won't get the results you need sometimes unless you push for it. It does matter in certain situations. I wish I could find a black neurologist and dermatologist. Yeah, it does matter. Neurology, yes, and dermatology, as well as other, other practices, especially dermatologists. Right, I fired my neuro. She was not helping me at all, but she was supposed to be the top neurologist. Girl, I know. Here's the thing that was so crazy to me was the doctor who so the facility or the hospital where I was being seen, they had a team of neurologists. Those neurologists know one another. They do neurology meetings, all of that stuff. And when I met with one of the appointments I had with a neurologist who properly diagnosed me, I was like, why did he tell me? Because I told on the other guy. I told on him. Yep, I was tricking. But I said, this is what he did. This is what he said. And he said, sometimes, they haven't seen it before, right? So they don't know. But a certain type of illness, certain type of disease, especially when it is as rare as NMO. So one of the things I'll share, NMO is it is very rare. There are only about 15,000 people in the United States who have NMO. So when I say I'm one in a million, I'm actually understating myself. I'm one in several million. I know it's not funny, but you got to laugh to keep from crying sometimes. But but yeah, so he was like, sometimes people haven't seen it and they don't know. But to me, it's like if you're a neurologist, you should be well versed in the various diseases, neurological diseases. And the fact that they were in the same practice, it's like, well, why aren't y'all sharing data and information and conversations? Like, y'all not doing brown bag lunches or something where you talk about different diseases, because you never know who's going to be walking through your door. You never know who's going to be coming in that emergency room or who you're going to be seeing. And their life or quality of life could be dependent upon it. So, anywho, yeah, it was a year and a half before I was properly diagnosed. And I'm with a really great practice now, because I did end up having another attack after I got on a preventive. And so it's about finding the right preventive. And so far, I have been about a year and a half without an attack, which I'm happy about. And, it's just about managing the pain and the fatigue and all of the other stuff that comes along with NMO. But yeah, so we're just rambling, y'all. This has gone all over the place. But yeah, I am hanging in there. I am remaining positive and happy and hopeful. I have a really good medical care team right now, and I'm really happy that I'm in a position to be an advocate for my community, for anyone impacted by NMO, or any kind of chronic illness. That support is important, and I'm really happy to be connected with all kinds of folks who are dealing with chronic illnesses, and battling them and having our up days and down days and things of that nature. But I really am also very happy and excited to share information about NMO with people who look like me, and people who reside in underserved communities, people who think that may be unable, have the same symptoms, but unable to connect with a proper physician or find the answers they're seeking to have a better, quality of life and a better treatment. I'm happy to be able to spread information, with others, and, break down barriers and break stereotypes, and just be of service to others. That's something that I'm really happy that I'm able to do. So when I have spurts of energy, I definitely try to do that, and it is quite rewarding. So my Instagram has been full of more of that type of information than it has about hair. But I do want to get back to creating hair content because I enjoy it. And I think I have a setup now that I'll be able to do it. It won't be this one because the lighting isn't absolutely the best. I just really wanted to hop on here and share my hair with y'all and just kind of catch up a little bit. But yeah, things have been going great. So this hair is not, I don't have as many spots as I used to. I still think I'm about medium density. Hair is still fine, but I'm experiencing less hair loss. And so I'm really happy with the products that I have switched to. So I don't know if I even went through all of them. I think I told you about the shampoo and conditioner. So that's what I used before I hopped on. And then I used, as you saw, the leave-in conditioner by Ouai. And again, it has that keratin in it, which is something that I really like. And it just smells so good. Again, it smells like like you're going to the spa. So it's like that aromatherapy kind of that you have. And well, I'll get to this later because this is really the thing that most smells luxurious and like I've been at a high-end spa. But after I put the leave-in conditioner on, then of course I use a curl cream, which is kind of new for me. If you've been watching the channel, you know I mostly used gel over the years. So now I am using a curl cream, and it does not weigh the hair down. It is formulated perfectly for fine hair, so I can definitely recommend this cream. I've tried some other creams that I don't know, it just weighs my hair down and it's very hydrating. Or some of the products I've tried have been very hydrating, but they weigh my hair down. I have to run early day tomorrow. Oh, good night, Almond. See you, girl. I'm gonna be signing off of here too, child. I don't know what time it is, but I haven't even eaten yet, y'all. So I have to get something to eat and then turn in so I can get myself together for work tomorrow. But yeah, so this curl cream is great. It doesn't weigh the hair down. And what I'll do is I'll post a picture of my hair in the morning because it still has to dry. And then you'll be able to see what the final results are like. So once I do that, I either diffuse my hair or I let it air dry. And then I use this. It is the Ouai hair oil. This stuff, y'all, it smells so good. And it's so funny because, hey, Felicia. Okay, I'll catch you next time, girl. Thanks for tuning in. See you, ma'am. But yeah, I like it because it adds a nice sheen to my hair. But then it has this like high-end spa smell. I don't know. I just like it. All right, Latrice, I'll see you too, girl. I'll see you all later. And maybe what I'll do is I'll do like a schedule of lives and then we can kind of connect then. Thanks for coming on to talk and always good to see your beautiful face. Continuous blessings. Oh, back at you, ma'am. Back at you, Felicia. I really appreciate you. I appreciate you and I appreciate all of you who spent a little time with me this evening. Good night, Nicole. See you, girly. I'll be checking out your videos. I'm behind on like one or two. So I'll comment and check in with you. But yeah, I just want to share what I was using and do a little check-in. And that was it. So, as always, thank you guys for spending a little bit of time with me, sharing your time with me, sharing your experiences with me. I hope that someone was blessed and helped by this live. And I'll come up with maybe some topics and maybe, I don't know, a way to do these lives that are, I don't know, a little bit different. So they'll maybe be topical along with hair stuff. I don't know. Leave me some suggestions in the comment section. I would love to learn your thoughts. And we'll just kind of go from there. All right. Love you guys. Have a great evening and have a wonderful rest of the week.